Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today got something very special. This is the brand new 2023 YuGi deck. We've got the gadgets, we've got the Silent Magician, and one of my favorite OG cards, the Marshmallow, which you're about to see. And is the deck good? We're about to find out in a few set of duels. So what it really revolves around is one of these Giga Boss Dragons that will come out that can pop everything and more likely one-shot your opponent potentially if they've got a bunch of cards. So the Fire King player goes first. He's got a bunch of cards in the field. Well, we'll find out if that's going to be a bad idea for him to throw out that many cards up on the board. So got Gadget. Gadget usually adds one of the gold sarcophagus of lights. This card is key because a lot of cards require this card to actually function, but it also serves as a purpose to just give you any of the cards that mentions it. And if you control it, you get to summon a boss dragon of destruction. This is the Gias Gandora. So as long as you just have gold sarc, yeah, you get to just go ahead and special summon this card. Now you do have to pay half of your life points, but it destroys as many cards on the field as possible, and then you banish them, and then you get another extra card, a 7 or lower, and it mentions it, and then its level gets increased by the number of cards destroyed by this effect. So it's a really important key card. It's the boss monster of the deck, and well, that might be a dangerous thing also because Fire Kings, well, they want you to destroy them. So we'll see how this plays out. So he's going to come out, pay half his life points, destroy everything up on the board, and now he's going to be able to bring out another monster, which is the Silent Swordsman 0. So this card is pretty good because, well, it's going to gain extra stats depending on its level. It is currently level 11. Now he's going to activate the Ties of Friendship, bring out another double monster. This is another key card that's very important on the deck. So Ties of Friendship makes so if you control a gold sarcophagus of light, which the whole deck is based around, you need it. And of course, the gadget is going to be searching this card out. It also can add a spell trap dimension, but it's pretty much the go-to. Anyways, Ties of Friendship, really good card. Lets you summon 2 level 4s from your hand or deck that mention it, and then you can't special monster from the extra for the rest of the turn. But this is like an old school kind of YuGi deck, so you're not going to be really going for too many extra deck cards. And then you can only activate one of them. But like this card's really good. I mean, it brings out Silent Swordsman 0 and Silent Magician 0. I mean, like this has just got fan favorite written all over it. And wait till you see the Marshmallow. That's my favorite card because I actually did run that in almost all like the games like back in the day on the PSP, the Game Boy. I think it was Eternal Duelist Soul. I played a lot of the old Yu-Gi-Oh games on like the Game Boys, and I threw that card in every deck. That Marshmallow card is so dang good, and he activates Prosperity. He's going to be searching it out. Now this card is pretty important because it will prevent you from getting OTK'd potentially. It's probably one of the better like prevent you from getting OTK'd. Now he's just lost his entire board because, well, Karunix does that. So how he's going to survive by after already paying half his life points, he's not going to have very much to go off of, but again, he's got the Stronghold here, so that's kind of a defensive card as well, so he's going to activate that to maybe protect him for a little bit. Now he's going to go and actually go for the Marshmallow. It gets negated. Now he's going to attack. He's going to take some damage. So the Marshmallow is basically like it's got the same artwork. It's just got a little glasses. So he is basically the one that will prevent you from getting OTK'd in a lot of scenarios. Although in this case, he did try to activate the effect, but it did get stopped. But what he's able to do is he's able to special summon it, and then while he controls Gold Sarc, which is this card, he's not going to be able to be destroyed by battle. But the Gias Gandora is going to be attacking again, and then bringing out an additional card, Silent Magician 0, and he's going to go ahead and attack his opponent for game. So YuGi Muto pulled it off over here. I thought he was actually going to take the L because he got kind of low in life points, but let's go ahead and watch it another time. So we're going to watch a different player over here. So that was the real YuGi Muto in action. Now we're watching Penetration play the deck. And let's see how it goes. So he stops his play because he ends up getting max seed. Obviously, it's OCG decks. Some people are going to be playing max seed if you host with like the pre-release cards. Nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. It's not like an important card for the archetype because one of the cards is pretty insane, and it makes it so you can draw 6, which is a very, very big risk as you're about to see. So Marshmallow able to be summoned over here. And again, this card is really good because if it's destroyed by a card effect, you just special summon another one of your Marshmallows pretty much anywhere. It's from your that is banished, hand, deck, or graveyard. So anywhere, and then you get to burn your opponent. So it's basically like a beefed up version of, Marshmallow, because that's kind of how it used to play. It used to be like you set the card, but setting cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is terrible. So it being basically like a hand trap, battle fader-esque is a lot better, right? Anyways, he's going to activate the Gold Sarc, search out the Uber Boss monster. Guess what? This card's got more attack than this. So he's going to pop it, and being able to pop your own cards isn't really that bad because you can just get additional, cards. You're going to be able to beef up the attack. Dude, this guy, penetration, he's living up to the name. He's penetrating with that small 300, which might have been a mistake because he didn't actually OTK his opponent, and he's already paid half of his life points. Now he's going to go ahead and start increasing levels of all of his stuff each standby phase, and this is anytime your opponent draws a card, which can actually work well if you give your opponent extra cards, but again, it's a very big risk. Now, this card can't be destroyed. Now he's going to take an extra 300 over there, so he's pretty low on life points. He's only got 1,000, and this card's got more attack than anything that he's currently got, but he could crash with that. He's going to activate this effect, pop everything, summon another tricolor gadget, and penetration going to be taking another W. But don't want to overhype the deck. I want to give you guys another variety, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. We got YuGi Muto back in the game. Now, I'm going to keep it real. Is this deck going to be like S tier? Absolutely not. But I'm going to make it look hype just so you guys can feel the nostalgia of what, you know, the goal of the deck was supposed to do. I mean, we're facing off against, like, you know, non-S tier decks where they don't negate every single play. Now, can the deck play through a bunch of negations? No, probably not, man. You get rid of this card, or you call this card as one of the cards, like a side blocker, or just block this card out of the game. Yeah, they ain't gonna be doing nothing. The whole deck needs this card, so it's a very easy to counter deck, but I want to at least show off what the deck can do in the right scenarios. Now, you know, my Akashi, I mean, it's not the most S tier deck, and let's see how this plays out, okay? But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. It's not gonna be the most powerful deck in the entire game, but in some circumstances, yeah, if you happen to have this card and this, I mean, and your opponent has a bunch of cards and none of the cards negate this card, yeah, if this card protected all of it, like it said that like your monsters that have gold sarcophagus in its text cannot be negated, yeah, this card would actually be busted and it'd be like a super broken deck. Anyway, he's gonna attack, but I wanted to show you guys this card because this card legitimately is my favorite card, like in like stall Yu-Gi-Oh. This card is just, it's hilarious, right? So anyways, he summons it and well, it cannot be destroyed because of this card, so he can't get rid of it. But even if he does get rid of it, he's gonna get out another one anyways. It's really hard to really deal with this card unless you like bounce it back, because if it's destroyed by a card effect, you're just going to bring out another one, and then on top of that, Gold Sark makes it so it cannot be destroyed by battle. I mean, you can do piercing, I guess. That'd be kind of a weakness to it as well. He tries to go for the Super Gies Gandora play over here. Now he's going to go ahead and go for that Gold Sark. Now he's going to have Little Knight, which is kind of the most popular card. The card is pricey if you guys checked out the price of that card. He goes for a Giga Rays Gandora. Unfortunately, that also gets stopped because, well, if you're playing against any modern Yu-Gi-Oh deck, you're just going to get an L. Now, this is where makes it absolutely crazy. So this card, Silence Towards the Future, if you have Gold Sark, watch what happens. All right. Like, there's very few things in Yu-Gi-Oh that will just give you 6 cards. Bruh. Now, it's a double-edged sword. Your opponent also gets all of those cards, and if you're activating it during your battle phase, unless you're winning that turn, okay, I'm gonna lie, you basically gonna be losing. There's no like insane trap that you can draw into that like just skips your opponent's next turn. So like giving your opponent like 6 cards, right? And then they're gonna draw. They have 7 cards to start their turn. That's just, it's asking for an L. But if you can activate it maybe during your opponent's battle phase, because it is a quick play, you can maybe use it during your opponent's turn, and they already have a couple cards in their hand. Maybe it can be okay, because then you're going to be able to, you know, not let them draw as much. But if they also set all of their cards after they draw a bunch, well, your new Super Gies Gandora could pop more cards, gain more attack, gain more levels on the card that you bring out. So it can work in your favor, but if they're going to draw a bunch of cards, more likely, again, you're going to draw Ash. They're going to draw any other negation. So, unfortunately, he actually got affected by Ash over there. Otherwise, the Marshmallow would have actually helped him out right there. He would have been just coming back, and it would have been able to not be destroyed. So, he's going to go ahead and actually take the L here. And this is not even against what I would consider like an S tier meta deck, but the guy had some negations, right? Like, again, I'm trying to keep the expectations realistic for the deck. Now, I want to give you guys the deck profile by YuGi Muto himself, as well as penetration over here. He penetrated with that small 300. All right, so I'm going to mouse over the cards real quick. In case any of you guys want the one-click download, I'll also include it in the Discord. But shoutouts to both the players for their different builds. So at the end of the day, it's more of a fun deck than anything. I wish it was actually like a little bit more viable. I mean, this guy's going crazy. He played the Silent Burning over here. And this is another draw 6. I mean, this guy's just all about the draw power. But again, the problem is that each player both gets to draw 6 cards. And it's really not worth it because you can't really draw into anything that's going to really extend your combo plays into your opponent's next turn. What do you do? Stronghold defend for 200? Like, it's not good. So at the end of the day, have some fun with the deck, guys. Let me know what you thought of it down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn the bell to see more crazy hype Yu-Gi-Oh decks in the future. And again, Discord will have the download. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.